I could ask Nimble to process, but perhaps you can join my order. You could be an arbiter, an agent. You could still serve the Emperor in his light, but you need not go back home to do it. I don't expect an answer tonight, Hawk. Just think on it. We have some time. She nods.
But thank you for opening the store.
You opened it yourself, Hawk. In your service to the Emperor.
I would have stayed closed if I didn't know you were, gesture towards her.
A spy, I know. But you were looking to get back, and your intent was earnest. I heard your story. The circumstances of your desertion. And as you say, you're willing to do what it takes to get back home. And face a fair trial. That's you, not me. But I digress. I think it's late in the evening. Well, I still plan on staying up, so perhaps I shouldn't speak too much. But, well, I think tomorrow will be an eventful day.
And the one after that. And the one after that.
Like the front line, yes?
Only now I don't have a horse.
You do.
That's accurate.
Not for long.
Keep earning, keep showing the Emperor that you're loyal. It'll be there. Giselle told me so. My own light from the Emperor. She was on your shoulder when it first happened.
And how beautifully she shines. If you're gonna be staying up for planning, I'd like to lend my mind. If you could.
I am intrigued by the political landscape, and don't promise I'll have a mind for it, but I can make coffee.
Gonna need it.
Very well. And open the invite to all of you, but I promise we won't be too loud to keep you up.
I have some reading of mine own to do. I will keep thee company.
I'd like to stay busy doing something, at least.
At the cost of rest.
You haven't asked Eva about her celestial, have you?
No, that's what I was going to try and lean into.
Okay, same. I was wondering if, like, you mentioned it, like, oh, Eva can pick it up.
She can if she wants to.
Well, as I said, you're all welcome. And well, if y'all have any questions I can help answer. Within my limits, that is. But first we need a map.
Looks to Badger, the one who probably actually has a map of the city in his head. Or maybe an actual map, thinking about it.
Does he? I can draw a map.
I'd appreciate it.
Little man.
It would have to be a map of
I'll stay.
Velkester in its entirety. Central Velkester. We can approximate Northern and Southern. The faraway places at this point.
I will do my best to draw the map then.
Thank you. In the meantime, she looks at us. About that coffee. I have my own little stash of beans. He pulls out a little pouch of beans. I don't know if you'll fully like the taste, but we'll find out. Although we will need a bit of sand. Sand? Yes.
I know exactly what you're doing. Hey, it's Garth-Mod.
Mayhaps there might be sand somewhere around this place. I will find out. Would you like me to cut?
He's already gone.
He's
isn't
gone. He's gone.
Oh,
You be talking about not keeping secret, then be doing that all the time.
It's not really a secret. We know he's gone.
I think the main thing is we don't entirely question everything he does.
Well,
I'm sure if we
it's
asked, he would actually tell, honestly.
most likely. But I assure you, it's not a trait that only he has. All the Tarasi have it. As far as I've read. And no one has ever been able to pinpoint the source of how they do it. There's a decent likelihood that Fires might not even know. He merely wishes to go away quietly, and he does. Which would explain why it's so second nature to him, Mina. Oh, whatever.
I can hear the fucking hands in your head in your hands.
Speaking of going away quietly, is Badger's trying to drop a map right now?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well, Hawk's not gonna let a fucking goblin outdo him. He's gonna go look for a map to borrow.
Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. There actually are city maps, but only for Central Velcaster, which I guess is what Eva's ask is. You would have to like pull it off a wall essentially, though. It's not in here. It's in one of the floors below you.
Mhm.
But it's not hard to just request it and be like, "Oh, we're getting Gunther's ghost."
Yeah. Go down and request one.
You got one. Quick, clean, and simple.
Try to draw one faster.
You see Hawk start to drop faster.
All right. Roll me your sleight of hand.
Calligrapher's tools?
Slide.
Oh yeah. Do you have calligraphy supply?
Oh wait, no, it'd be like
no,
navigation
cartographers.
tools, wouldn't it? Cartographer.
I have leather workers. That's it.
No, okay.
No,
So just roll me sleight of hand.
There's so many fucking
At 20?
tools, and none of them are.
He GM rolled it, but he got a 28.
Oh! How do you have such a high sleight of hand?
He rolled a 19, and he got a +4 from guidance, and I'm assuming Karadok is guiding. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there it is. So, Hawk, you come back. And it's like, alright, I got a map, and then there's a finished map on the table. Bad, you have to you have to check the bottom of your hand, on the pinky side, because you probably have to smudge it a little bit with the ink or whatever.
I win.
Is his map as detailed as the one I got?
It is.
What the fuck?
At a 28, it is.
He has one up you so hard.
In fact, it looks like a copy of the map you have.
Or it's the map
It's not
he
more
has, a copy
detailed.
of the goblins.
He looks at the one he got. Looks at the one that Badger wrote. I put mine down on top of his.
How dare you?
We could have a second map for ourselves in case we need it later.
That might be handy in case we need to refer to in the field. Although, might I see it? Go fast. Does anyone have any string by chance? Actually, mayhaps may not need it. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Give me a moment. And she put
10
it.
feet of string.
She pulled out a knife and begins cutting the map in certain segments, in certain sections rather, and fold it here. Then once more here, and here. When she's finished folding it, it is 1/4 of the size. So it's like the upper quadrant. It's much more, well, it's smaller. It's much more maneuverable, easy to hide, stuff like that. You just... What would all the folding for? You could just cut the map into the top left of it, sis. No. She flips on the other side. Okay, so you got 2 sections of the upper left. She flips it like a book? Wait, she just flips it again?
It just keeps turning to reveal more of the map.
Exactly.
Oh, he actually has aggressive list. It's similar to origami.
Is that... You like Corks and Abra? What is origami?
It sounds delicious.
It really isn't, actually. It's an art of folding paper. To teach diligence and patience. You can make little cranes and things. Very charming.
Well, I doth not know about patience, but this is meant for people in the field to, as I said, shrink their maps, make them more maneuverable. This is an actual real-life Special Forces technique, by the way.
Yeah,
I've seen this before, but I can't pin down where.
I have a video of it saved. I'm trying to find it right now. Of someone actually doing it.
That sounds really
And
useful,
it's
but very complex.
It's actually not.
Really?
Until okay, when you hear about it, it does sound complex. But the way he, like the video I saw, he just shows it, and it's like you cut here, you fix it here and here, call it a day. And I'm like, what? What? It's like I'm trying to find the video. Where would I have saved it? Quick design? No. Where did I save it? I'll find it later. Actually, no, I won't find it there. I'm gonna find it now because I'm stubborn and spiteful. If YouTube would load, that is.
Hypothetically, theoretically.
They fucked around with it again. I can tell them and the ad blocker are fighting each other, which is why my YouTube's a lot slower as of 48 hours ago. Found it.
Fucked around and you found out.
I didn't.
You found out.
I select the link because it's an ad, because the ad blocker is fighting for its life. Yep. There's a fun little video of why they cut their maps. It just makes it more pocket sized. So, that's what Eva does, and she holds onto the map. For later. Daltonio map.
Nice.
So, let's begin planning then. It starts with the leadership. It always does. And it's 4:30 right now. Nina tapped out. Kirsty's very much likely to hop on. I think we can call it there.
I think so too.
Hey.
In the evening, Eva does take breaks from her political work, as she's instructed in the academy to shift activities to maintain freshness, essentially. A fresh point of mind. So she is open to doing other stuff, and she does play music during it.
Can Jin steal her attention to try and learn Celestial, which is a fucking wild sentence to say?
Sure. Put it out real fast. So you go over to Eva and ask her to learn that language that she speaks in apparently Caradoc and has in the book as well.
Mostly because, like, he knows there's something missing when he tries to talk to Little Bird. It's probably how it would start. It's just like, what's missing there?
Well, you clearly have the ability to speak to animals, but as pointed out before, Giselle does not speak the tongue of animals. She is a being of the Emperor's light. So as such, she needs a equally bright language. And Illuminated Speech is, well, illuminated, but it is missing certain things. Well, I can teach you. I don't know how proficient you are with other languages, but once you pick up one, the next one becomes a little bit easier to learn, and so on and so forth thereafter, until you become a polyglot. I was wondering if... it just simply means you speak many languages. I was wondering if perhaps Fayez or Mina in due time might teach me their languages. But that's
beneficial.
It is. But let's for another time. Let's start with the basics. We will not start with words and terms and definitions and so on. No. The celestial language plays to a different part of your body than, well, Illuminated Speech does. Or Rusinese. She's not exactly sure what it's called. So she calls it Vyugan. Perhaps it might teach me that as well.
Look at the trade.
Let's lay the foundations for tonight then. So Celestial, as I said, comes from a different parts not only of your mouth and throat, she gestures at her mouth and throat respectively,
Hmm.
but you have to imbue some part of yourself in speaking it. Not like magic, but not fully dissimilar either. You must, she thinks I'll say it, not assert thyself into it. That makes it sound intimidating, forceful, domineering.
Right.
It is not such a presence. No, it is radiant, joyous. She thinks of more descriptors. Obviously bright. Hopeful.
Resplendent.
Surrender and supplicate thyself.
I'm personally not too fond of the surrendering piece, but he is right. So let's start with that. Not in saying the specific phonetics of Celestial and its musical nature, but in the assertion of presence, of energy, of aura.
Right.
Try speaking to me, but feeling that energy. Trying to imbue it. You might sound like you're speaking a different tone, and that's perfectly acceptable. It often feels like that to me when I speak it. Although I've been told I've grown out of it. She shrugs. I still hear it myself, though. But do not sound disingenuous with it. I remember in my academy training, many of the people that attempted to learn it sounded disingenuously peppy. Very eager.
Mm-hmm.
Like like a charlatan. That is not the
They're
goal.
trying a bit too hard.
Exactly. So, try it with me. Hello, Jen. How are you doing today?
I am doing fine. He says, trying. It's like a thing of like, you pointed out don't do these things, and he's trying so hard to not do those things, but instead he's causing other flaws.
Roll me your charisma. Let's see. This is a
Charisma.
control of presence and personality.
Before I do that, because I had a thought. Would let's say the other person in his backstory, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Do you think they would know this language? I could guarantee Draconic, but I could see an extension into this.
I have a question following up on Garth's question. I have Ryusen Realm lore.
Ooh.
Would I be able to sort of read into what I know about Ryusen lore and bridge a gap towards Celestial and toward Eva's approaches to offer assistance?
Sure. So roll that. As for your initial question, Garth, I would say yes.
Okay.
In fact, in conjuring your knowledge and memories of said person, it's like fucking what the fuck is it called in Harry Potter? Expecto Patronum. You know, like you fucking think of good things and it becomes easier to cast a fucking spell. It's like that, right? Like happy thoughts, happy memories, happy knowledge, all that sort of stuff. So in that regard, it actually does help. Also, damn, that's a nice roll.
Okay. That's a good fucking roll, dude.
That's a good fucking roll.
Carrot
could absolutely help.
Mine's
really good roll.
Scheisel.
Could I point out one small thing that might pop up in his thought process for this? Because if you think about like the culture of Ryusen, yeah, Jin goes by Jin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very that is a detail of he doesn't go by his last name. That is just his name.
That's a fair point.
Do what you want with that information.
Paradox, it's on your radar now. As you begin thinking on the familial and house related, similar to your own land, related hierarchies of the Ryusen realms, it does catch you that Jin has never introduced himself in his full name, even now.
What do I roll for Celestial?
Charisma check at advantage.
Hell yeah. Can I add guidance on that? Because it's a check?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's not bad.
I give you triple advantage.
I
I give you triple advantage.
Let me just
Triple
roll
advantage.
this one at advantage in that case. Triple advantage, you say? Holy shit!
Well, because
do I
they
roll
rolled
the
a triple.
D4 again?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, why not? D1.
That made it's 100% better. 21. As Caradog does chime in, like, think about it like this way, right? In carrying this cultural touchstone, like for example, certain processing of rice and things like that. That's not racist. It's a common staple crop in the recent realms and in real life, and stuff like
This is
that.
a thing.
Yeah. Actually, no. Probably the best way is for at a 20 for Kara to describe it is a much more naturalistic way. The flow of water, the flow of wind, the gentle respite that each offer you when you step into a stream, when you go across an open field. This very obvious and pleasant sensation. It conjures up memories and feelings that you seize and act upon.
Instill that reverence in your words. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As you and Eva continue conversing back and forth, with Caradoc chiming in either conversationally or observationally, you guys finish after about half an hour to an hour or so, and Eva does remark, and she nods and she remarks, "You're getting there. Your tone it's not peppy, don't worry, or disingenuous, which is excellent. But, well, not but. There's no buts in it. It sounds nostalgic, reminiscent. And that's good."
Thank you.
So,
He
you're getting the hang of...
Go on.
No, go on.
He's a little slightly out of it. Like she's mentioning, it's nostalgia. He's kind of lost his own thoughts for a second. He absentmindedly just wipes away. It wasn't like being hit at all, just like some tear. Just wipe that off his face real quick. Thank you.
So,
That's good to hear.
So you're getting into the practice of imbuing. Unless you're aiming for full fluency, then you don't feel the need to do that in every way, shape, and form you speak to everyone else. We have these practice sessions for a reason. Once we're a bit more immersed in the imbuement, then we can start going to the phonetics. And that will be separate from the imbuement. You'll need both, but trying to do both at the same time when you only have one or neither mastered is not productive. As far as I saw it in my academy, it didn't seem an effective way of teaching for most of us. Although, she thinks for a moment, perhaps I shouldn't speak the most on that. I picked it up very quickly. So perhaps my perception is skewed. But regardless, let's go back to planning. But try to maintain it for as long as you can. It will be put to the test, given that we're talking about more dour scenarios and circumstances. And that is a very, very admirable thing for chaplains and commissars in the Spheric Empire, to be able to speak it even during the darkest hour. It is the fullest test of their skill.
It is them invoking the light that they desire others to see.
Exactly.
Even in the darkest of times.
Exactly. And during those darkest of times is when light shines the brightest. I'm sorry, I don't mean to dispense with Spherian wisdoms. Let us go back to the table.
Yes, it'd be a good distraction for everything. Let everything sink in.
If I might add one last thing, if it helps, Jin, you can try and think of it as a song.
Even odds at that.
You can usually tell, even if you're not able to sing, if a song is sung in the right way.
Like a tune.
And the melody. the melody, you want to keep that close to your heart. That is how I learned.
Kind of nods from the very sagely wisdom, kind of making a lot more sense of it. Understandable. He looks at Eva. That explains you a lot more.
My vocation as a bard was a few things from picked by my father. Not from necessarily any innate song in my heart, although one is there, I promise. But my father picked it, and I'm happy he did. I even got to see some of the howlers on the mountains, and learned to pick up their talents ever since. I think you of all would have seen me practice. But I'm getting better. And we'll have to turn practice into results soon enough, I'm sure. Now, come on. Well, I will say one thing about Eva's secret being revealed now. I can finally stop hiding all the hidden roles she's doing, as well as all the mechanics that she's been hiding. Like,
It feels very freeing, doesn't it?
It does. It very much does.
Imagine having like
shall set you
mechanics on your
free.
sheet that you can't click on, but then accidentally click on or something. Oh, that'd be wild.
Crazy. But yeah, it's because I know you guys are probably they're suppositing that what is Eva's subclass? Is she like swords or is she valor? She's neither.
Whispers.
She's whispers. There is the only certain nations can learn College of Whispers. The Spherian way of learning the College of Whispers is there's actually a people that the Spheric Empire assimilated, annexed, that lives on the mountains of, well, their homeland.
Golgotha.
Mm-hmm. Those people, when they fight, they scream and shout and howl, and that shouting can drive blades into the minds of their opponents.
Ooh.
A talent the Empire and its military conflict were eager to incorporate.
Have they perfected the art of doing it without screaming?
The people, no. The Empire's military force, yes.
There you go.
That's why you guys hear Eva hum into a silent, unhearable tone when she was trying to attack all those times. Is because she was practicing the psychic blade.
That's so good.
Pretty cool. Can I do one last thing before we're
Sure.
about to wrap up?
Sure.
I would like for Caradoc to try and get some progress on his journal reading.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Alright. Roll me. In investigation.
I am not great at this. We'll find out.
Do it at advantage because you speak the language. And have been trying for... Well, not trying, you've been doing it for a little bit now.
Here goes nothing.
Pain. Pain.
Well,
Good news is it's not like I check to see every time if you succeed or fail. It's cumulative successes, and you have been working on it slowly, steadily, and surely. Either when you are here or we're just like, oh, Fred's not here. Caradoc is reading his book. I would ask you, my good friend Fred, you can give me 3 questions that you think your ancestors, one, would have interfaced with, even if it's peripherally. Any question related to a topic that you think your ancestors interfaced with peripherally, and I will three questions, and I'll answer them from their perspective. But just know that they were really fucking smart. There can be anything from medicine to theology to history, alchemy, etc., etc., etc. Any 3.
Ooh, I have an idea. So, my plan for Caradoc, I've sent it to you.
Your 5-level plan.
Yes, exactly. And lacking proficiency in medicine, it's one of his self-aware sort of flaws. He knows that.
Yeah.
That's always where his sister shined brighter than he did. So I
Mhm.
think he would. My first question is more of an state of intent. I think he would look for things that would help fill in that gap for him.
Okay, that is absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair. You have the background. No, fuck it. We always be like, "Oh, Caradoc kills medicine, right?" And we're just like, "Nope." Fuck it. We figured it out now. If you want to trade in one of your questions, I will give you going forward medicine proficiency.
I will do that.
The monkey's paw close it. No, fucking.
In medical proficiency,
The monkey's
but you
now you
lose
know
health.
The monkey's plated gauntlet.
No, the monkey's paw closes. You have medicine proficiency, but you only roll low on it, and then we just go. Well, so what's new?
Yeah.
The monkey's paw. The monkey's paw
Zero-sum game.
close. So
Uh,
you don't have to give me the question now. I would say that you don't have to. Ow, Tango, you little shit! He just clawed my hand. Oh, I'm bleeding now. You little shit.
I do actually have one other question prepared.
Sure.
Now I gotta think back though, if this actually makes sense for him to wonder about.
It's prepared somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I know
Rush,
the
he's just
question.
bleeding to death.
I'm trying to determine if I'm metagaming or if Caradoc knows about this.
Ask it. And...
When Denver has spoken about their intentions to develop the Philosopher's Stone, my memory tells me that I was not privy to that information.
Correct.
No, it was only a conversation with Hawk.
Right, correct. Thank you. Then my question is void.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you could ask it. Because your ancestors aren't reacting to what Caradoc knows. Your ancestors are dead. So their information is debatably static. This journal has changed its positions and formatting multiple times every time you open it. But I digress. Their information is a limited amount. So you can find information on the Philosopher's Stone if you want, right? Because your ancestors aren't being like, oh, well, he's only asking this question because of his friend. You're not asking the book anything.
Okay, I think the way I would phrase it then is tying into the Gestalt pick.
Okay.
The nature of life, the restoring of life, and the prolonging of life. What can the journal tell me about these things?
I'm typing out. The nature of life, the restoration of life, and the elongating of life. What can we tell? Okay. I will give you that answer hopefully by next week. I think I have a chill week at work. My boss and one of my coworkers are going to Mexico. Because they earned a company vacation or some dumb shit. So that means there's less people around my office, which means I can chill. So yeah, I should have that too by next week. And then of course give me your third question whenever you have it. The nature and restoration and elongating of life. This is a hell of a setting to ask that question in. If it was last setting, I got you. Easy. This setting, different. This setting, different.
And I think now that one of the things that's been going on in Caradoc's mind after all of this happening is the nature of the divine and how it is so different depending on where. It's obvious to him that there is a genuine divinity in the emperor that the Spheorians worship. He's seen that firsthand manifest, evidence of it. Yet that divinity is also distinctly different from what he experiences, what he is descended from, and also remarkably different from Eulonian Newman. So I think the third question is, how does his ancestors, from a history perspective, connect to Eulonia and its history?
These are very interesting questions. And I'm happy that you picked up that, yeah, the Kingdom of Eulonia and the Spheric Empire both have celestial figures. But they are very, very different. So that's a very interesting question. Okay. Oh boy! It's gonna be a fun time.
Man,
Tuesday, Monday.
When you posted that fast, the hawk runs into Caradox room crying meme. Jesus, man. Mein Scheißhund Dahlia ist schon wieder in meinem Gaming-PC geklettert.
Yippee!
Why does your computer have enough room to have a sheep and still have plenty of room for the dog? What is going on here?
Scheißhund.
It's not a sheep, it's a dog.
It's a shut up.
I gotta turn you into sushi.
Don't turn me into
Man sushi. Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Sushi, is that some other kind of paper trick you guys got?
No, that's a thing you can actually eat, you dumb shit.
I will slice it into sashimi.
Yeah, it would be
He
sashimi.
gets it. Wait, how'd you say that?
What should we call today's session? It's a very enlightening one.
A very enlightening session. There you go.
No.
Illuminated Speech.
Oh, that's good, actually. He did it
Or
again. He got it in one.
Illuminating Speech.
I like Illuminating Speech more. Although it does look weird, because ILL just looks like 3 lines.
Yeah.
It's okay, we know what it means.
Speech.
We know what it means. We're not Dumbo.
We aren't? I mean, no, we aren't.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah.
It's me. Him.
Oh, go.
Alrighty, so it sounds like next session we're gonna pick up in the morning. You guys get to go talk to Giovanni De Niro. Boy. It's gonna be an interesting time. Oh, actually, no, there's one thing that Irina would need to tell you guys of next session, but we'll save that for next session.
Oh, I just assumed she was going to disappear in the night or something.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny. Pretty funny, but no. Let me make it that point of it in my notes, which I still got to redo my format for my wiki. Also, this music has serviced us the entire session today, and I'm very happy. It's such a good song.
Yeah,